Hello everybody, it is time for another weekly sales update for eBay and for Amazon this week. This is Susan at thrifty-living.com, and unfortunately we don't have a whole lot going on this week. It was a very slow week, and we'll just get right into it and show you what we sold. Let's see. First thing, get my computer going here. First thing is this Brother P-Touch electronic labeling system. I actually purchased this for my classroom and ended up not needing it. I think I gave like $2 for it at the Goodwill. Sold for $12 and buyer paid shipping. Nothing special about it. It did have the cartridge on the inside with still some tape in it. And it did work. Everything worked fine on it. I tested it out. A few scratches. You can see some scratches and scuffing on it, but you expect that, you know, with used electronics. So didn't come out great. Probably made $5 or $6 on that, but at least it's out of my house. Next, we have a DigiPower 2000, and this is just a little handheld electronic game. I picked it up at a yard sale for like $1. I was hoping maybe I could sell it on Amazon FBA. For those of you who don't know, Amazon FBA is a really good place to flip electronic games, handheld games. But unfortunately, this one was not in the catalog. And I didn't, you know, with it just being used, and I didn't think it would bring that much, I didn't see the point in taking the time to create a listing, so I just threw it over on eBay. And like I said, I gave $1 for it at a yard sale. It did work. I put batteries in it and tested it. Everything worked. Sold for $12 with buyer pay and shipping. I will tell you guys, anytime that I do free shipping, but that is very few and far between. I'm not a big fan of free shipping. I know some people really like it. It's just whatever your business model is. I'm not real fond of the free shipping business model. Next, we have a pair of Lucky jeans, and these I also picked up at, I believe, a yard sale. They were in good shape. Actually picked them up for my husband, hoping he would like them, but they were a little bit big for him because, as you can see, the size said 34, but the actual measurements in the waist was a 35. So anytime, well, even if your measurements are the same as the tag, you always want to include measurements, especially on used clothing, because a lot of times they'll shrink or they'll give a little bit just depending on the material. So these actually were a whole inch larger in the waist than what the tag actually said. And I sold these for $9.99. Buyer paid shipping, probably made $7, $8, because I'm sure I didn't give more than 50 cents or $1 for them at the yard sale. Next is a pair of Just My Size jeans. These were women's bootleg. The reason that I picked these up was the size, 26. Anytime you can find something that large of a plus size, if you can get it for a good price, pick it up, because it will sell. You see here, sold for it says $39.99. I believe, let me look here, I believe I took a best offer on those. Let me pull it up right here and see. I want to say I sold those for $30. My computer's running really slow today with all the tabs open, so okay, where are you at? Yeah, took the best offer for $30, and those actually went the global shipping program. You can see the buyer, let me pull these back up, you can see the buyer paid shipping and all. She paid $45.50 for these jeans. So obviously that is not, and these are not a high-end brand. These are Just My Size. I think you can pick those up at Kmart. So obviously those are tough to find sizes. So if you ever find anything in plus size, especially the larger the better. pick those up. And you can see down here in my listing, I still did include all the sizes, the waist size, the rise, and the inseam. Maybe, I'm not sure, you know, if you guys need the information on how to do those measurements. I may actually make a video on that a little later on as far as how to actually measure your clothing items. If you'd like to see that kind of video, just put a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can do one of those. Next, we have Hilo Hattie. For those of you who don't know, that is a very high-end Hawaiian brand. This is, let me see if I can zoom into the tag. This is not really that old of a tag, but if I can get it to pull up for you, I'll show you what the tag actually looks like. I always do put pictures of tags in my listings so they can see anything that they need to know. They can see the fabric, they can see where it was made, they can see the size, everything right there in your picture. So if you have somebody come back and have a question or a complaint, eBay is much more likely to back you up if they can pull the picture up and see it. And even with the picture of the 3XL size tag, I still do go down in the actual auction details and put the size, the actual measurements. Sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes I do the overall chest measurement, so I measure pit to pit and then double. Sometimes I just put pit to pit. I don't know. I guess it's just whatever's going on in my brain that day. So this shows that it sold for $39.99. Let's see if it actually did. Sold for $35.99. So the buyer made me a best offer of $35.99. And then the buyer paid shipping also. So that was a very good sale there. Very happy with that. Next, we have a craft set. I'm not really big on these kinds of kits. I know they do okay. This was an embroidery kit, but a few weeks ago I picked up several of these because they were at my little thrift store. They were $1 a pack and they were all sealed. So you can see, bought for $1, sold for $24, and I believe it actually sold, the buyer made the best offer of $21.60, so that's still a really good offer, and it did go global shipping. So, you know, something that I paid $1 for and sold for $21, I'll take that. You know, I wish I could have sales like that all day, or all week rather. Now the next one, I actually took a little video of this item the night that I was getting ready to package it, and I'll insert it here after this so that you can see what it actually looked like rather than just in the pictures. It was a Longaberger basket. If you don't know that brand, get to know that brand, because I picked this up at a Goodwill. Let me show you what the bottom of it. This is what will be on all of the bottoms of them. You see the Longaberger basket. All of these are made in Ohio. They're all hand woven, and they will all be signed by the person who actually made that basket. They'll all be dated. What you want to look for on these is just to make sure there are no broken slats anywhere, no cracks in any of the slats. This one was a Father's Day basket from 1994. It's for tissues, it's a tissue basket. And it did have inside, it had the plastic liner, and you can get, and it had the wooden top, you can get the different fabric inserts to go in these too, for different times of the year too. I had it listed for $55. I believe it sold for $40. I bought this at the Goodwill for $1.91, so thrilled to get it out of here for $40. Okay, next it is Friday, July 22nd. Haven't had a sale in a few days. Actually, I think since Wednesday, Just sold this. I took a best offer. I had it listed for $49.99. Took a best offer for $40 with the buyer paying the shipping. It is a Longaberger. Show you the logo. Longaberger basket. It is a Father's Day basket. Oops, sorry guys. A Father's Day basket. It is actually retired. They don't make this particular style anymore. It's a tissue basket. It's called a tall tissue basket. Sold it for $40 with the buyer paying the shipping. And I actually picked this up at the Goodwill for $2.92. Actually my first Longaberger find at the Goodwill. I'll show you a little better picture. And I always look at them, but very rarely you'll run across them at the Goodwill. So I was very tickled to find that for $2.92. I have a lot of, and I also have a video of this that I took when I was packaging them up, so I won't talk about these too much. These are vintage cigarette coupons. They used to put these on your cigarettes, and then you see they say one, so kind of like $1, but you could redeem these with the cigarette companies, and these were Raleigh and B&W company. You could redeem these for prizes and things, and I actually picked these up. I consider myself having nothing in these because I bought these at an estate sale. They were in a cigar box, and I actually wanted the box, and I've already sold the box. So sold these for, let's see, $6.26. Had them listed for $6.96. Sold them for $6.26. And these buyer paid shipping. They went in a eBay 6x4x4 box and went first class, so they were very light. Next we have just a little wall plaque. It was a pretty small, like maybe a, I don't know if I measured it in here. Yeah, 11 by 7.5. Pretty small little metal plaque, and I have a video of that I'll put in here in the. Hello everybody, it is Saturday. I had just 2 sales that I was about to package up. It's still early afternoon, so may end up with something else before the day's out. But the first thing is a lot of these B&W Raleigh cigarette coupons. They're vintage coupons. I actually picked these up at an estate sale in a cigar box, and I purchased it for the cigar box, so these were just gravy, just extra, and it's actually a whole lot of them. I'm not sure. Let me show you the Raleigh. I'm not sure what somebody would do with these, maybe crafting or something like that. I sold these for $6.26 with buyer paying shipping. So, and I consider those free since I didn't really purchase those. I purchased them for the box. Secondly is this metal sign. It is made to look old, but it's not really old. I picked this up for myself at, I think, like a Goodwill or a thrift store. I'm not sure exactly how much I paid for it, but not more than $1, I'm sure. And ended up not using it, so I got $10.75 for that, and buyer paid shipping. Video, and that is all I had on eBay for this week. Next, I have, I believe, 3 or 4 sales on Amazon, so let me show you those. First was this, the Brave VTech software for the InnoTab games, for the children's games. And I actually picked this up at my Walmart for $2 on clearance, and I only bought one, and this is why I only bought one. It sold for $7.48. So my Walmart still has a ton of these for $2, but I won't be picking up anymore just because, you know, $7.49. There's not enough profit there. Next, I have The Mystery of the Wonder Worker of Ostrog. This was a hardback book. It was a really large book, really heavy book. And I got 2 of these at my local thrift store. They were brand new. They were still sealed in plastic. And let me show you. I sold mine for $35 right here. And it sold like as soon as it got it at the warehouse. So, and like I said, I still have one, so hopefully it will sell quickly as well. These are fuses, some sort of fuse. Let's see, time delay, something fuse. I have no idea what they are, but I picked these up at my Walmart. They were on the clearance aisle for, I think, $1.50. Go back and show you. I sold them for $11.25, and they didn't have very many of them. I think I picked up 3 or 4 packs that day. So always check your clearance aisle. I actually picked up a few more things today when I was down at Walmart, and always check. You never know what they have, and you never know if it's just your store or if it's regional, so you have to be careful. I'm not big on retail arbitrage, but I do kind of take a look. I think I bought 2 items today. One of them I just bought one item, one of the item, and then the other one I bought 4. So I never really invest very much in the stuff that I send into Amazon FBA. I will pick up things at, if I find things sealed at my thrift stores or at yard sales. That's where most of my inventory for Amazon comes from. I'm not one of those people who is out spending $100 or $200 at a pop, or some people $1,000 a pop for retail arbitrage. That's just not. I like the treasure hunt aspect much better. But you can see by the prices, a $35 book. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're not doing FBA. It's kind of worth the time that you put into it. And that is all I have for this week. I'll be back next Sunday with another sales update video, and if I pick up any stuff between now and then, I have to go back to work tomorrow, so my stuff will probably slow down a little bit, my eBay stuff. So if I do pick up any items between now and then, I will let you see those as I pick them up. And if not, I'll be back next Sunday with another sales video. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like the video. And if there's any things that you would like me to make a video about, let me know. Put it in the comments below. Until next week, see you later. Bye.